a lot of married couples, they find themselves needing the input of a professional marriage counselor at some point in the relationship. And really, there's no shame in this. I mean, with a divorce rate of over 51% for the U.S. alone, sometimes this can just be a preventative measure. And sometimes it could be an effort of salvaging a relationship. No matter where you and your spouse are in your relationship, in your marriage, counseling can be extremely beneficial. See, all couples, they need to learn these different tools and strategies for improving their interactions with one another at some point in their marriage. And every person has their own baggage from childhood, and maybe they're prone to manifesting themselves, with this baggage in their adult relationships. And adding to these kinds of problems are the different detours that life can present, and together between, your history of issues and problems that can come up in life, and all these things are catalysts for problems in your marriage and your relationships. Having the strategies ready to tackle these problems before they start, it's an ideal way to preserve your marriage before any kind of crisis can take root. So let's talk about what online marriage counseling offers that traditional marriage counseling lacks. Well, traditional counseling, it can present several deterring factors for couples with tight schedules or tight finances or maybe even privacy concerns. First off, finding a consistent babysitter. I have kids. I know what this is like. You have to travel to a weekly appointment. These things can present problems for couples seeking help. And the online counseling, it provides a convenient and safe alternative for these kinds of roadblocks. Traditional counseling, it adheres to some rigid schedules for the counselor as well as the couple. And this can be difficult. You have other commitments in life. So online programs, they're available at a fraction of the cost because you're not interacting with someone face-to-face in person. There's no travel fee. The hourly rate of some marriage counselors can easily exceed $100. While a lot of programs are available for that range just to download, you can actually download programs and carry them out at your own rate. So, like I said, savings in travel and childcare costs, they're all incentives to go the online route versus a traditional treatment plan. Another thing about traditional counseling, it can become a trap of longevity for the couple. A lot of couples enter counseling expecting to finish within a few sessions or 10 sessions or whatnot, and they're staying for longer than a year. And listen, this might be necessary for some couples. I'm not trying to say that marriage counseling should be only a couple of sessions long. But online counseling, it provides more of a format. It's a set of numbered sessions that take you sort of step by step through the progression of your healing. And because they're downloaded rather than decided, the plan is laid out ahead of time. And a lot of times these treatment plans are accompanied by a workbook that allows, you and your spouse to process the information in practical ways with a depth of, discussion. You can, go through certain exercises more than others. And of course, you can do this all in the privacy of your own home. Maybe you're kind of asking yourself, how does online marriage counseling work? Well, generally, for most sites, it's offered in sort of downloadable format or online format where you can access like a private area to access the counseling plan. And this can allow you to pace your sessions at your own rate of progress. A lot of counseling programs allow you to download a series of videos or a workbook to complete together. And one of the benefits of this format is that you have to initiate and complete the work on your own rather than rely on a counselor to do it for you. And setting aside time with your spouse to work on your marriage, that in itself sends the message that you're committed to the relationship and really invested in its improvement. Counselors in traditional settings can sometimes become referees when couples have been stuck in a pattern of arguing and fighting. And couples turn to the counselor to take sides rather than offer sort of tools and suggestions for resolution. And it can be extremely harmful, really, to the relationship and hinder the road to healing. Online counseling, it requires you to learn to work towards a solution together while making the investment in one another. And that investment is usually just in time. Online counseling does cost money, but the real investment that you're making is the time spent going through the exercises with one another. And usually when questions arise, there's a professional on hand to answer by phone or email. And this ensures that you're able to independently handle problems that arise with the professional support that you need. So it sort of allows you to take the reins of your own healing with just a gentle guidance. And there are loads of programs available on the internet, and they can be found, just with basic Google searches, really. Or you can take recommendations from a trusted confidant who has experience with these products. Online counseling, it should not be a snap decision. It should be researched to determine if it's a good fit for you and your spouse. And like I said, there's a lot of products in the market with a lot of diversity in their approach and style. And some are right for you as a couple and others aren't. And this is only determined by your needs and preferences. So for example, some programs may focus on finances while others focus primarily on fidelity. If your main struggle is effective communication, neither of these will be practically useful for you. So you're going to want to search around and find a program that really suits your needs as a couple. But that doesn't mean you can't start the road to healing today. If you're watching this video and listening to these words, then you're ready to take the leap to start now. And if you want to start improving your marriage today, you can start by watching my free video on my website at mindyourmarriage.com to start working on your marriage immediately. There you're going to learn lots of great tips and advanced techniques to help you and your partner find resources to reconnect and rejuvenate your marriage. So check it out right now at mindyourmarriage.com. I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.